If you've been keeping up with the drama in Weatherfield, you'll know that there's been plenty of jaw-dropping moments in Coronation Street, and it's about to get even messier. In today's video, we're talking about the fallout from Todd Grimshaw's affair with Theo Silverton, how it's spiralling into chaos, and what it means for both men and their families. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss this. Before we dive into it, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of the latest updates. Now, let's get into the thick of things. So, let's rewind a little. Last week, the big secret came crashing out in Coronation Street. Todd Grimshaw's affair with Theo Silverton was exposed in spectacular fashion when Danielle caught her husband Theo kissing Todd. Just like that, the cosy little world of secrecy came to an abrupt end. Danielle, understandably, was devastated. No one wants to find out their partner has been sneaking around behind their back, especially in the way she did. But what followed wasn't just the breakdown of a marriage. This affair's fallout reached deeper into the hearts of everyone involved. Todd thought that he and Theo could maybe build something together, but in a twist no one saw coming, Theo decided to protect his family instead. A brutal decision for Todd, who was left heartbroken. But here's where it gets even worse. When Todd tried to confront Theo, it wasn't a tearful reconciliation. Number Theo snapped at him, telling Todd to stay away. The anger in Theo's voice was cold, final, and shocking. Todd thought there was still hope for them, but it's clear now. Theo doesn't want anything to do with him. And just like that, Todd was cast aside, left to pick up the pieces of a shattered relationship. But hold on, it's not over yet. The tension is just beginning to build, and the drama's only getting started. Fast forward to next week, and Todd is about to face the consequences of his actions. With Theo back with his family, Todd is now the target of their fury. And let me tell you, things are about to get even more tense. In upcoming scenes, we'll see Todd looking uncomfortable when he encounters Theo's daughter, Millie, at the undertakers. Millie demands some answers from her dad, and you can feel the pressure mounting as she gets more and more involved in the family's drama. And, let's be honest, no one wants to deal with an angry teenager, especially when they're backed by a parent who's already furious with you. But that's not the worst of it. In one of the most shocking moments, Todd will hear the car alarm going off on the hearse, and when he investigates, what does he find? The hearse covered in paint that wasn't there before. Now, we all know that vandalism is one way to really show your anger, and Millie, with all her rage, is the one behind it. Now, this is where things get even more intense. Todd's discovery sends him straight into a confrontation with Millie, and let me tell you, it's not a civil chat. Millie accuses Todd of tearing her family apart, and you can see just how deeply hurt she is by what's happened. But this isn't just a moment between Millie and Todd. Theo sees the commotion from a distance and rushes over, ready to defend his daughter. And that's when things escalate. The man who once shared a passionate, albeit secret relationship with Todd is now more focused on protecting his family from Todd's very presence. It's becoming clear that Todd is now completely on his own in this mess. What he thought would be a quiet affair, one that might just remain a secret, is now out in the open, and with every step, the tension around him is only building. He's no longer the person in control of his own fate. Instead, he's stuck in a whirlwind of chaos, and everyone around him seems to be against him. What makes this situation even more heartbreaking for Todd is the betrayal he feels. Not only has Theo cut ties with him, but Millie's anger is the final straw. The family that Todd thought he could have a future with is now a source of his pain. His emotional devastation is clear to see, and it's hard not to feel for him as he's left to deal with the consequences of his actions. But hold on, because as we know in Weatherfield, things never stay quiet for long. Just when you think you've got a handle on everything, Someone else is about to stir the pot. And trust me, we're nowhere near the end of this story. We've only just scratched the surface. The big question now is, where does this leave Todd? With Theo's defection back to his family, Todd has lost not only a lover, but a possible ally. So, what's next for him? The most obvious choice for Todd would be to get out of Weatherfield, to take a step back and try to recover from all this drama. But this is Coronation Street, and things are rarely so simple. Todd might try to fight for Theo, but with Millie's anger and Theo's firm stance, will he even get a chance?